Hey guys, build a new quail pen. Trying to get this thing all squared up, and wanted to say hi, see what's shaking in the world. So we're fighting some bumblefoot issues on our quail. Got some bumblefoot issues going on our quail, so I'm trying to make them a new pen. Get them off of the wire I've got them on because I'm not happy with it. Sold some more Lady Amherst today, and I've been getting a lot of inquiries about our ringnecks. We sold a few of them. The thing I wanted to holler at y'all about today was the NPIP program. National cut another board for that other end. So the NPIP program, the state of Missouri offers for free, which is amazing. Thank you guys. But that program requires that I get the address of the person that's buying my birds. It's required through the app, through the program, so that the state knows where my birds have gone, and if there's any problems that arise at that address, they can contact me. It's a good thing to be NPIP certified, and it's a free thing from the state, so why not utilize it? Here in Missouri, that is. We sold some pheasants today. The guy called me wanting to know why I needed his address. Of course, he called me, so I already had his telephone number. And I politely explained that it was for this paperwork that I needed his address. And he politely agreed and sent me over the data. That's all that's used for. That's all that is when you buy my birds, is for the National Poultry Improvement Program. They require the name, address, telephone number, and email address, if possible, of both the purchaser as well as the shipping location, should they be different. Now for the native status of the ring-necked pheasants, they require additional paperwork. They require some form of documentation stating where the purchaser got the birds, how many birds were sold, so on and so forth. That way, should the person that buys the birds get stopped by the police, he can prove that he's not a poacher. Kind of important. And to my knowledge, Missouri doesn't have any possession limits or anything else, as long as you can prove where you got the birds. So, if you're buying birds, if you're watching this and you plan on buying some pheasant or some quail or some whatever, don't be offended if the person that's selling them to you asks for your address, telephone number, and relevant contact information. That's just to make sure that you know you're getting a healthy flock. On the same hand, it's really important, if you're going to buy birds online from someone like me at the local swap meet, whatever, you don't want to take some funk home to your other flock, to your existing flock. You don't want to introduce some weird genetic disease that's going to create problems, some typhoid, some avian influenza that's going to then turn around and wipe out all your chickens. Because waterfowl are a carrier of avian influenza. It may not necessarily kill them, but they can carry it without being sick. So say you go to a swap meet and you buy some birds. Those birds have not been tested for pullorum typhoid or avian influenza. You take them home, introduce them to your current flock, and now everybody's dead. You don't want that. That's why NPIP certification, certified producers, breeders, and folks are so important. That's why it's important to have the address, telephone number, email address, that type of stuff. So if there's a problem, you can contact the right people. Or the right people can contact you, let you know that there is a problem, is in fact a problem, and you need to be addressed. Yeah, my boards are a little bit warped. What I need to do, pull up the corner, like the front corner here, and then get a brace block on those. These crossboards are warped. So we use the coated wire, and it's done us real good up until recently. But we've been fighting bumblefoot issues. And bumblefoot is where a quail's pad of their foot will get cut, and that'll become infected because they run around and poop or whatever. What I noticed is we have a Winona cage in here, and it's got wire that's a 1/2 inch wide, but it's just a straight run. And it's 1/2 inch between posts. So I was at the the hardware store the other day and noticed they had something very similar. Show you this real quick. So at the hardware store, they had one of these wire shelves. I don't know if you can see that real well, but this wire shelf is just about a ½ inch between the bars. And that's just about what that Winona cage is. So I thought, well, let's just pick some of those up. We'll make this a rollout. So these will set up in here like this, and we'll put some stopper right here, and then some kind of a basket out front for them to roll down into. And maybe the smoothness of this wire will help prevent some of that bumblefoot issue that we keep getting. I'm going to take you in there and show you that Winona cage real quick. So this is that Winona cage. We look at that tape measure right there. I don't know if you guys can see that very well. That's right at a ½ inch across those two bars. You guys are making it awful hard to do an interview in here. Guys over there being all noisy and stuff. So there you go. I'm going to build and finish working on this cage for the evening. It's going to take a little more time to get done. See if we can get rid of this cage here, because this is where all of, a good portion of our bumblefoot happens. This one and that wooden cage over there. Try and make it where the hens can't walk on the wood. See if we can help prevent some of that bumblefoot issue. But I'll show you the next stage of the build coming up in a later episode, later stuff. Thanks for watching. Like, share, subscribe. And remember that the NPIP certification means you're getting healthy birds. They've been tested, they've been certified healthy as far as falciparum, typhoid, avian influenza, and there's a half dozen other things they can test for. So when someone asks you for your address, email, stuff like that, go ahead and give it to them. If they're a reputable dealer, they'll be NPIP certified, so that you can ensure that what you're introducing to your flock is safe. Make sure you quarantine for at least 2 weeks. Anytime you introduce new birds to your flock, just to be on the safe side.